Hello everybody, my name is Dan. Welcome to a new video. Today we are visiting the Brands Hatch circuit in our Let's Learn the Track series. We are also using the three cars as in the previous videos, Mazda MX5, Spec Racer Ford and Ski Barber, also known as Skippy. If you find this content interesting, please stay tuned. Okay, we are on the famous Brands Hatch circuit in United Kingdom. It's 3.7 kilometers long with only 9 turns. There's some really tricky turns like this turn 1, which in races tends to be very would I say it, very interesting and sometimes very tricky. We started with Mazda MX5. I think this car is really fun to drive on this track, and the only particular reason is this track is really difficult to overtake. So Mazda will give you a lot of different lines, but also you will carry same speed, so it enables people to outthink their opponent and have a great race. Let's get back to the track itself. So we will try to just warm up the tires in this first lap and talk a little bit about it. So you can use a lot of curbs and should use a lot of curbs. In some cases you also go over the grass, which is like here, and you're really close to this left hand side. Braking zones, okay, you should stay in third here. You should be also very careful with braking. There is only one turn on this track where there is really heavy braking. Everything else is a little bit of trail braking and a little bit of braking, so no heavy usage of brakes. So turn 1, after sign 100, downshift to third, you just let it slide. There is a better line than this, but I should do it in the next lap. Here you go to second. This was the heaviest braking point on track. After going through the apex, you accelerate. Third gear, going left, going right, and then using the curb on the left. Acceleration. Fourth gear, after mark of 50, you go to second gear. Try to stay here inside and then accelerate, going to the right hand side. Full throttle. This is one of the opportunities if you have a better exit line to overtake your opponent. Here you brake. In third gear, accelerating. Fourth gear, maybe you should also stay there in third. We should try this. Here you go over the curb, full throttle. There is also space to go a little bit more on the left hand side. 50 sign, I'm a bit too late. Staying on the left, changing to the right hand side where there is sign 50. A little bit on the brakes after passing through the apex, full throttle. So this track has a good flow in itself, especially with these low horsepower cars, and this provides some excellent racing. So technique is everything here. Here we go on the right hand side where the green patch is. Third gear, trying to hug the inside line, full throttle. Fourth gear, using the green concrete. Here second gear, and now full throttle third. Try not to go here on the grass. Okay, so this can also be done in third gear. We will stay here now in third gear, because a lot of upshifting and downshifting can unsettle the car or you can lose a lot of speed. So probably going between third and fourth gear, maybe here is the best solution. Fifth gear here for sure. Then we will stay in fourth gear. You see, this is all part of the process of learning the track. Sign 50, going inside in third gear, using much more track. This was way better. Then we sign 50, downshift to third. We hit the acceleration early. Third gear, this was a little bit too wide. I was not able to go on acceleration too early, otherwise I would spin the car. This is that's why the force feedback is so important. And here you stay in third gear. As soon as you feel the car has the grip, you are full on the acceleration, and you go to start and finish line. And now Spec Racer Ford, my favorite car. I cannot hide it, I'm a little bit biased. But the only reason is I raced so many fantastic races with this car that I cannot hide my enthusiasm when I'm driving it. It has a really different kind of handling. A lot of people don't like it. As soon as you let the throttle, the rear end will rotate. On this track you won't use it a lot because this track will benefit precise handling. You will need to maintain the speed without too much braking. There is only one harder braking point on this track, and as we said earlier, we upshift on 5500 and try not to change too many gears, so not to go up and down through the gears. It will slow you down, and it may make this car unstable. So as we pass through corners, we can start to comment how to drive through them. Here you will use the most of the left hand side. After the mark 50 you brake. You need to slow down to the correct speed so you catch the apex and then accelerate as soon as possible. This last corner you can stay in fourth. Remember not to let the throttle fully, because the car can rotate as quickly as you can think. Here you upshift to fifth gear, 100 mark, down to fourth. You just let the car rotate a little bit, hug the inside line, full throttle, use this green concrete patch, 50, brake, hardest braking point, to second gear. You try to hug the inside line, stay on the inside, don't go too wide, you will lose time, you will notice this. Stay in third, go over the curb and accelerate. You can use this grass patch, and the iRacing won't penalize you for this. Otherwise it's very known for penalizing even the smallest off tracks, which in my opinion is great. In most of the cases people really get disciplined and use only in track possibilities, so no exploits. Mid corner down to fourth, using the curbs here on the left where the 50 is. Let's stay in fourth. This is all part of the process where you try and see which gear or speed will be most effective. So probably this was better to stay in fourth. As I said, don't shift too much with this car. If it's most of the track in fourth gear, then you should do it. You only play with your pedals. Acceleration, you let it a little bit, and then full speed. You can go near the wall here. Fifth gear, and then brake where the 100 mark is. Maybe you can brake a little bit later. This depends on your style. You can, once you master the line, you can try to see if you can find more speed in braking later. Just don't overdrive the car. Here, stay in third, a little bit on the brakes, using this grass patch, as I said. Fourth gear, we go wide here, and then try to find the late apex here. Okay, so you maximize. Don't go in too early, it will slow you down. Fifth gear, where the 50 is, a little bit on the brakes. Mid corner fourth, just for the stability. And then here, where the 50 is, we will go over the grass. We will accelerate as soon as possible. So this was maybe done the best so far. 50. I will stay in fourth. Okay, I can presume this was also the quickest. When you use Delta or any similar application, you will notice the differences. And again in fourth gear. So gear wise it's very simple, but it will be very challenging until you get how this car rotates and how you can correct it. Mostly it's done with acceleration and brakes. And fifth gear. This is pretty much a lap over the Brands Hatch. Okay, and the third of the three cars, or last of the three cars, Skip Barber Skippy. Being a baby formula, I can presume it has best grip. I can already feel it through force feedback. Braking points will be similar to the previous two cars. Only thing I know we'll be able to do, drive it a little bit more aggressive. This was too wide, but the tires are not warm enough. Warming up the tires is especially important in Skippy. When you start your races, it's not nearly as much grip as later, so being patient is most of the time best thing you can do. Okay, we need to focus on the lines like we did it in the previous two cars and try to test out if we can go here, fourth gear. Okay, you see, we maintained most of the speed. Skippy just went all the way to the left hand side here. This is maybe better to go in third gear. We will try it in the second lap. Here is the same, third gear, but you can stay on throttle almost through the corner. The most important is preparation and slowing down. Fourth gear. Yeah, you can stay in fourth gear without any problems. A lot of grip here. Fifth gear. Let's wait for the 100 mark. Fourth gear. Turning in. A little bit too late. Using the curbs here. 50 and braking. Second gear. Trying to stay as close to the inside as possible. Third gear, no need to go in fourth. This was not done too good, so I carried too much speed initially. After 50, braking to third. Late apex here. And full throttle. This again gives you best speed through this long straight line, which is usually a good place to overtake. Outside, inside doesn't matter. It depends how brave you are. So this was too late, but again we can carry a lot of speed with Skippy. Where the 50 is. Okay, so I went too late, then had to correct. We will go to third. Yeah, I think third gear is best solution there. 50. Okay, so we carried a lot of speed here. Use the curbs on the right hand side, so using the track as much as we can where the 50 is. Trying to stay on the inside. This was better than on the previous lap. It's all part of the process. So again, let's do one meaningful lap. Braking, fourth gear. A little bit too late. So I was not able to stay on throttle all the time. Second gear. Okay, we're staying in third. Maintain the speed using the grass curbs. After 50, trying to catch the late apex and full throttle. Once you get the grip of the car and the track, you will do it without any problems. As in the previous cars, this track with Skippy provides some really cool racing. Mistake there, downshifting to third, not recommended. Trying to third gear here. Also possibility. It gives you a little bit more stability. Okay, this was better. Fourth gear on the right. And then accelerating after the apex. So you see it's pretty much very similar. It doesn't matter which car, but the handling is very different. And the best way, we stayed now in third gear. You see how the car is trying to over rev itself, the engine. So fourth gear is better. Well, this was a lot of fun. Brand Sketch is one of my favorite tracks, especially in these small engine cars. There's some great races that are waiting for you. You just need to be brave and use all the potential track there is available. I hope you found this content a good baseline for you to start practicing and get more familiar with the track. If you like it and if you like this concept, you can also find link below the video with the whole playlist of the Let's Learn the Track videos. And guys, what can I say? Thank you for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and see you next video. Bye.